Every year in America, over 1 million students fail to finish high school. For most, the process of dropping out begins in middle school. 70% of American 8th grade public school students fail to reach proficient levels in reading, math, and science. For students in high-poverty neighborhoods, middle school has the greatest impact. Middle schoolers also face many of life's most significant physical, social, and emotional changes. For many, this will be the make-or-break time of their young lives.
Looking at Lincoln, it was just very big, and looking at how many classes we had to get to from up and down the stairs to all the way across the hallway, it's just very hard.
The grades and how much work you have to turn in to keep your grades up, and then all the shifting of classes. Find out better ways to get each class on time to keep your grades up.
No, I know there's like a lot of cliques, but I'm just like, my type of personality is I will talk to anyone and like everyone, so any groups I'm put in, like I can easily like adapt to the people's personalities and I can work with them.
All this dating stuff, people just start dating each other. You get all this pressure about having a girlfriend and stuff. It's a little hard, yeah.
So many new people from all these different schools, just going into the popular group, going into the not so popular group, going in the middle. I think it's very different from elementary school, so.
You have to be a lot more organized. You have to get to your classes on time when you'll get tardies.
Yeah, I've been able to make a lot of friends and enemies. Like, some people don't like me, and I don't really care about the groups. I just go with whatever. As long as they're like nice and they're like not bad, it's fine.
I try and hang out with people who don't really get in trouble because I don't really like getting myself in trouble. I got a strict mom, and she'll get really angry at me if I get into fights or something like that.
We really work hard in the school to make it a safe and learning environment for the children. And in doing that, we allow our teachers to be able to teach, we allow our hallways to be free of problems, you know, for lack of a better word.
Middle school kids, that's kind of the hatching ground of gangs. And gang members and drug dealers, that's exactly who they're going after. The kids that are in the middle school age, maybe even a little bit earlier, but middle school, they want them on their side, dealing their drugs, carrying their guns, doing their thefts, their burglaries, their shootings. They want to get into those kids at middle school age. And once they got their hooks into them at that age, they're theirs for high school and on. And that is where criminals shop for future criminals. If we can find a niche, a particular little thing that we can even get 10, 15 kids. That's 10 or 15 kids we hopefully will never have to deal with later on in life, and we can have a good relationship with them and then also their friends.
Well, I think the big thing is we don't expect kids to decide they want to be a pharmacist when they're in the 7th grade. But what we want them to realize is math is important towards career goals. Reading is important towards career goals. Fundamental rights. If you cannot read, you probably are going to very much struggle when you go to high school and college. And if you can't do math, you are also going to struggle on entrance tests and getting into college.
I do want to go into the medical field. I want to be either like a dentist or an orthodontist. I find that, like, I just want to be able to help people. Like, that is my goal is to be able to, in the end, help people.
My main focus is to physically fix cars and help build them too, because my grandpa, he does that right now, as building cars and fixing them, and I want to work with him.
I like kids, so I want to like teach for lower grades, like first, kindergarten, and pre-K.
Like, I like to argue about things. So like, you know, a lawyer, you gotta fight your case.
Like maybe being a doctor or something like that.
So I feel like I'm excelling in my mathematic area, so yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go into either engineering or like, yeah, just mechanical engineer maybe, or something that has to do with math.
For thousands of area youth, middle school is the defining moment in their lives where two roads diverge. One leads to higher education, achievement, and relative prosperity. The other toward delinquency, substance abuse, unemployment, and crime. Too many of our youth are taking this second road, helping perpetuate a never-ending cycle of poverty. It's during these critically important middle grades that they have the best chance at changing the outcome. United Way and its partners are now working to create a community-wide movement that helps put thousands of middle grade students on the right path. Won't you help us to move the middle now?